Today, I'm going to introduce to you a company by the name of ONETEAM. Let's do it. Well, hey, what is up, YouTube? Victor, the rookie card specialist here on YouTube. And today I'm coming at you at a different angle. I am sitting at my computer screen, something I haven't done before, but I want to be able to share with you my computer screen. Now, I typically like to keep my ears to the rail so I can pay attention to what the pulse of the hobby is going, especially when it comes to the area of name, image, and likeness, because it's a topic that interests me very much here lately. I come across this article here written by on Sports Collectors Daily. It was written by Rich Mueller on October 12th, 2021 was the date that it was published. It's a very short article. There's only like 4 little paragraphs to it, but there's a lot of meat inside this little paragraph. So I'm going to flip this thing around and share with you some important information. Okay, so here we go. I want to share with you this very short article. Actually, there was like 4 articles all put into this one post, probably because they weren't very long. I hope it's zoomed in enough for you there. Let me just zoom in just a little bit more to make the lettering a little bit bigger so you can see it. Now, I'm going to read this. I'm not going to read it word for word. I'm going to skim through it, and then I'm going to stop on certain areas where there's where it needs attention. So let's begin. It says in this article, the power play that resulted in a takeover of the trading card licenses was born in a meeting that took place 4 years ago in New York. Now here the word 4, there's a typo there. That should be the number 4, but I understand what they're saying. And basically it's telling us that the decision that was made this past summer didn't happen overnight. It's actually something that was started 4 years ago in New York. Okay, who started this? Now let's read on, because that's a good question. That's when the men in charge of the MLB and the NFL Players Association met to discuss combining forces for the benefit of athletes in both leagues. The result was an organization called ONETEAM Partners, which is focused on enhancing the licensing opportunities and revenue for players. Trading cards were one area in which both saw the potential to make a better deal by thinking bigger. That's an interesting statement. In other words, Topps, Panini, the Players Association thought that you guys were small time. You guys were thinking too small. So they brought in Fanatics, and all 3 parties got together and started thinking bigger. That's very important. Now, this next paragraph is what I find just amazing. Check this out. It all came together with this summer's blockbuster news that Fanatics had struck deals with the players' unions, the MLB, and the NBA to create a trading card company in which the players and the leagues had stake. That right there, my friends, grabbed my attention. My guess is the licensing and all of that pertains to trading cards. When we flip the card to the back, traditionally we know that there's an MLB PA license and there's another license for the league. So there's 2 licenses in the back of each card, and that tells us that these cards are official, that they're licensed. I think those 2 logos are going to go away from the back of the cards, and we may just see this emblem, ONETEAM, as the official licensed product. So that's really interesting to me. Now, listen to this next statement, man. Tell me this doesn't knock your socks off here. It says, we want to dictate how we're playing in that ecosystem, as opposed to someone else dictating how we're going to play in the ecosystem, NFLPA president DeMaurice Smith told the Wall Street Journal. That doesn't exist without all of us coming together to do it. The world that we were always stuck with was one party dictating to us. I'm assuming that had to be either the league dictating to the PA or the card manufacturers dictating? I have a hard time believing that it would be the card manufacturers, but you never know. I don't know how contracts are written. The verbiage in there could give the card manufacturers a lot of weight, but it also could be the league that they're referencing here. So in other words, instead of one party dictating, let's all of us get together. We don't need Topps anymore. We don't need Panini anymore. We're going to create our own trading card company, and we're going to unite so that we can benefit, and instead of the card manufacturers benefiting. And so here is a link that they share with us from the Wall Street Journal. I clicked on that link, and this is what I've got. It led me to this article here, the player-led venture that turned trading cards upside down. And it was an article released by the Wall Street Journal. This is a video. I have seen this video. This video is plastered all over the internet. It is basically a hype video about the current card market and all the enthusiasm that's behind it. I wanted to read the article because I appreciate the hype video, but I want to read the verbiage. And here the article begins, but then they want me to subscribe to read the full story. I went ahead and went down that rabbit hole, but then they wanted me to give them money in order to read the rest of the article. And I said, no, thank you. But I was able to, up here, it says listen to article. I was able to listen to the article. Not very much said that wasn't said already. But I did end up intrigued by this ONETEAM Partners, LLC. So I went ahead and punched that up. As we see here, ONETEAM, it says creates opportunities, changes the game. That they have certainly done. They are changing the game for sure. And they make moments happen. So as I scroll through this, I am very impressed with this website. Here are partners. I found this interesting. We have this is Men's Soccer Players Association, Major League Soccer Players Association. We have the WNBA Players Association, the NFL, the MLB. Here we have the U.S. Women's National Soccer League, and we have rugby. Now, what I don't see is the NBA. So does Panini still own the rights to the NBA? Did the NBA take a step back? I know we got the women's NBA, but what about the men's NBA? I don't see that anywhere here. But I see these colorful banners coming across. Group licensing. I also see marketing. Here's another one. These big pictures, media, and investing. Now that one struck me as interesting as I see the word investing here. Don't know what that's going to mean. And get in touch, and it takes us here to the bottom of the website. I was intrigued by down here by the who and the what. This is the who. Who is ONETEAM? ONETEAM Partner is a one-of-a-kind solution helping athletes maximize the value of their name, image, and likeness rights. ONETEAM specializes in group licensing, marketing, media, and investing. Through partnerships with players associations, ONETEAM's mission is to transform the way all athletes participate in business by putting them squarely at the center of the commercial ecosystem. That, my friends, is amazing. That is the who, what, that is the agenda. That is what is one partner's job. What do they do? What are they about? This statement explains it. Now let's look at it a little bit more. Let's look at this. That was who is ONETEAM. Let's look at what is ONETEAM. It says here, ONETEAM is the only company in sports that specializes in the collective licensing rights of athletes, from professional to collegiate, representing group rights across professional football, basketball, baseball, soccer, rugby, and all, get this, and all college sports. ONETEAM works to maximize the value of athlete name, image, and likeness across digital games, get this, trading cards, apparel, merchandise, and more. Well, I found this very interesting, and I hope you did too, guys. It's enlightening, if anything else. It's something. Again, I'm not a professional in this topic by no means. I don't really think anybody is at this stage of the game. But it's something I am following. It's something I am finding very intriguing. I do see now why the Big Ten and the ACC and the Pac-12 all formed this alliance, because they're going to need uh, they're going to need all the help they can get. So I can see why the movements are being made, because this one team is coming in as their tagline says there. One team changes the game. One team pretty much, what's it say, makes moments happen. They are definitely making things happen. They are definitely changing the game, and we will see what the final outcome will be. I am anticipating many, many more changes to come, and so we will go along for the ride and see how things play out. Um, with that said, guys, I'm going to leave you today. I hope uh, all is well with you. I have been working my finger to the bone every spare hour I have. I've been updating my website. My website is still in maintenance mode. I am having to reformat every single article. It's coming along beautifully, and I am hoping to get that up and running very, very soon here. My goal was by the end of the World Series. I think I might be a few days over from the World Series, but I'll be finishing up my website soon, and I can't wait to share it and show it to you guys. With that said, guys, listen, hey, have a good week. I'll catch you on the next one.